And when it comes to our health, you know, we talk numbers. And maybe we know the numbers when we take our temperature. We know if we have a fever or not. We know our numbers maybe with our cholesterol.
Right.
But there's another important number that really can mean life or death.
It really can.
And that is?
Our blood pressure. Because, Stacy, the numbers are staggering. It's 1 in 3 women have high blood pressure. 1 in 3 people have high blood pressure, and 65% of the people over the age of 60 have high blood pressure.
Wow.
Which is a little scary when you think about those numbers. So now you need to have a monitor in your home so that you can actually take your blood pressure each day. The reason that we want you to do that is because it fluctuates throughout the day and there are generally no symptoms. So you may not even realize that you have high blood pressure until you go to the doctor and you get a high reading. And then the doctor says, well, you need to start monitoring yourself. And what do? You have to go to the pharmacy and put your arm in one of those things? Not anymore. This is fantastic from Veridian, a company that we all know and love. If you go to the doctor's office, you're probably going to see the Veridian name on his blood pressure monitor that he uses in his office or her office because they're that popular and they create diagnostic equipment.
Very cool. Okay, so this is the Veridian Slim XL display wrist blood pressure monitor. It's very cool because it has that extra large display. It's easy to read, but more importantly, it is easy to use. We'll show you here live on television. Last day that I have it at this feature price of less than $40. We have an easy pay that you could get at home from $10. And this one monitor is good for 2 people. So this is something you could share with the sweetie in your life. We have 2 colors available. I'm holding the blue, which is very limited, not many of these to go around. And then we have it available in a purple, and then each would come with its own carrying case. But you said, you know, it's important to have this at home because a lot of times when people go to the doctor, they might get a misreading because of nerves.
Right, they get white coat syndrome, and we're gonna demo on this on you, and we'll do that while we're talking. But yes, sometimes when people go to the doctor's office, they tend to get a high reading because they're nervous, and the doctor, they call it white coat syndrome for that reason. So now you can say to the doctor, well, listen, I may have a high reading now with you here, but look what my readings have been over the last 60 days, because this holds up to 60 readings per person. So there's 120 readings in here for 2 separate people.
Gotcha.
So what you're going to do is you're going to keep your arm at heart height on your left wrist facing you, the opposite way that you would wear a the opposite way that you would actually wear a watch.
Okay.
Exactly. Press one button. You'll see it begin to flash, and that means that it's working. It's going to begin to take your systolic, your diastolic rate, your pulse. It also has a date and time stamp up here in the corner that you can see. Down here over on the side is a hypertension indicator, and that is an indicator that says if you're in the green, you're good. If you're in the yellow, you're getting elevated. Orange is more elevated, and red is take it again, and if you continue to get red readings, go to the doctor. 120 over 80 is your normal reading. Okay. So that's what you want to shoot for. Right here, you're 106 over 54, very good. You're in the green. Your pulse is 63, very good pulse. And again, it's on person number 1 set right now, and the date and time stamp is right there. So you can show the doctor what you've been doing for the last 60 days, what your readings have been.
It couldn't have been more simple.
It couldn't have been easier.
It was quick.
Right, and it doesn't get super tight around your wrist. You hardly feel that it's on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. These are all the different features that it has. Again, it's going to take your systolic and diastolic readings, your pulse. There's a hypertension indicator. That's that color indicator on the side. It has a memory recall with the date and time stamp. An easy-to-read LCD display. It's a latex-free cuff. It's fully automated, so you press one button and you're good to go. There are 2 60-reading memory banks in here. There's a 3-reading average. It has an irregular heartbeat indicator, and it also will shut itself off automatically to save your batteries. Oh, and the batteries, incidentally, do come with it, so it's ready to go right out of the box.
Okay, and it comes with a lifetime limited warranty,
Exactly, right? Absolutely. So you really can't go wrong. It holds, the cuff size is 5.5 to 7 5/8. So
Okay.
that's an extra large cuff. You can see here when I open it up how wide that is.
Oh, yeah.
So you can get your wrist in there very simply, very easily. And again, if I scroll through here, I'll show you some of the readings that we have. There's 132/93. That's a little raised. You can see that's in the yellow. And there's one that's in the normal range. And there's another in the normal range. There's one that's up kind of high in the orange. I want to make sure you're not getting a glare there. But you can see how big those numbers are. You don't even have to put your glasses on to read them, which I love.
Yeah, which is really nice. And I have to say, you know, as we get older, it becomes standard to have a thermometer.
It does.
Right?
To have a weigh scale in your
To
home.
have a scale.
Right.
It should become standard to have something like this, especially
Exactly.
if you're a caregiver, if you're caring for an elderly parent.
Right.
Or if you just know that you should be watching closely.
Yep. Okay, here we go. We're going to press the button.
That's the big, large, like on button.
Right,
yeah.
the big on button right there. And it's going to take your systolic and diastolic rate automatically. It's going to take your pulse, and it's going to put it on a date and time stamp. So when you go back to recall this, there are going to be 60 readings that you can recall. You'll know exactly the day and the time that you took that reading. Your pulse rate is where that heart is pulsing right there. That will show up at the bottom. And you should be about finished right about now, because I know you don't go up. There you go, 105/68. Very good, honey. You're doing good. I'm so proud of you.
Right? Thank you so much. But it's great to have these numbers, to take them to your doctor. Only a few dozen in the blue, that is it, and then it's gone. There's your purple, 4 easy payments of $10, and it's the last day that we have it at the feature price. So grab it at the savings, V33233. Lori, thank you so much.